What's up YouTube, this is Kalai Pokemon and welcome back to another video. In today's video, it's going to be a part 2 of my yesterday's video. If you haven't watched my yesterday video, make sure you go there and watch it. And see how I try to glorify the idea of Pokemon collecting and investing and why you guys are living in one of the best era to buy sealed products for investment. Yeah. Go watch that. But today's video, we are actually gonna dial back a little on that optimism and to show a different perspective based on the prediction that I'm gonna make in the next 3 to 6 months as to what is going to happen in the Pokemon card realm kind of thing. Yeah, so before we get into it, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, and do support me if you want in my membership system program. Yeah, so there's a join button and it's $1.99 a month. Yeah, yeah, I haven't actually have any members yet, so I do appreciate if you guys could support me. Anyway, so let's get into it. Yeah, my prediction, remember, this video is mainly about my prediction, my experience, and it is not going to endorse in anything telling you guys to do what or not to do what. Just keep that in mind. So I can tell you that Pokemon card is doing really well right now and it is going to crash back down or it's going to make certain correction. I'm pretty sure you guys didn't see this one coming. Last year I've made so many videos talking about how that June and July period is a period that you have to really watch out for. And it's not just last year. How did I know last year? It's because the year before was very similar to this. So here's the thing. Let me just tell you a yearly cycle of the Pokemon trading card game. Okay, so usually it happens in January and February, where the market is pretty much flatline. No one seems to be buying anything. A lot of stores are trying to sell things off at a very, very cheap price. And, for this year, the example is going to be the 151 period. When 151 was released, no one was buying it. People were like, "Oh, there's so much 151 around." The UPC, the Charizard collection. No one really gave a crap about those stuff. And Scarlet and Violet is horrible. I mean, the new Pokemon, they're not like part of the original. People just don't buy stuff in January and February, and that is just the hobby. Most people have spent a lot of their money in Christmas, going on a Christmas holiday, Christmas present. So it is natural to know that people don't spend money in January and February. And a lot of people in Canada and US, it's the winter. Who buys stuff in the winter? They don't even go out in the winter. So that's another thing. And because of that, January and February is usually very dead in Pokemon card selling. And then in March, April, when spring comes around, people are more energetics, they're ready to go out there more a little bit, kind of thing. So we see the Pokemon card market going up. And every year, we see different types of cards being hyped. Certain years could be old art, certain other years could be booster boxes. We see that climbing up, 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 up. And by the time May comes around, everyone is talking about Pokemon cards. Everyone is like, oh my God, I just doubled. Oh, I just made 10%, these kind of things. And by June, the hype is real and it spreads to different parts of Pokemon cards. Last year it started from the waifu and then it started to spread to other alt art and other just type of even non-waifu art card kind of thing. And now we started off this year with a lot of the, what do you call it? Evolving Skies in the Sword and Shield era, and then it started to spread into the Scarlet and Violet era too, and all the OR, all the Illustrator Rare, and so on. And that is exactly what we're seeing right now. Now here's the thing. When June comes to an end, which is very soon, and July rolls around, we are going to see a lot of people planning their holidays. Actually, they've already planned their holiday, but they have to pay for their holiday. So people will be traveling, especially to Worlds, to other places, and in summertime, people are going to spend a lot more money. And this is usually what happens. When they spend a lot more money, they need more money. And how do they get more money? They have to liquidate a lot of their assets, and those assets are usually Pokemon cards. And what we're gonna see is we're gonna see a lot of people starting to sell a lot of the Pokemon cards. All those Pokemon cards that have gone up in price are going to come back down because the supply of those cards are going to be much more available in the market. And a lot of people will be happy if they can make $10, $20. Why? Because, okay, they bought a booster box for $90. It went up to $120, and it's now crashing down to $110. If they sell it now, they can still make 10, $20. And not only the 10, $20, but also the $90 that they have sunk in when buying the product. And that's usually what happens. We are going to see a lot of people selling cards because that they have overspent or they've spent a lot of money in the summer. And especially this year when COVID is finally over, people are finally traveling, and everything is returning to normal. We're definitely going to see a crash in Pokemon card market, and so on. And that's why I am definitely not going to sell a lot of my products after this last June period, and I'm just going to wait and see what happens. So that's usually what is going to happen. Now, am I telling you guys to sell your product now, to sell your product early? No, it is just that I'm telling you about that this is the cycle of Pokemon. If you don't need the money, you can wait for another year and then the price will go up again. And that's usually the case. But this year, actually, it might actually be a little worse because a lot of the Scarlet and Violet cards are actually selling out, and we are actually seeing certain rumors of reprints coming into English Pokemon cards. For example, the 151 in Costco and so on. And I'm pretty sure that other sets like Paldea Evolve, Scarlet and Violet Base, a lot of those cards will be reprinted in the second half of the year. And because of that, I do think that there will be other opportunities to buy the cards, and I would not buy much of those cards right now. Currently, I would buy Japanese cards because they're really dirt cheap. But I would not touch any of these English cards because it is just a little too overly heated for me, and I do believe that the price will definitely come down. Now, at the beginning of this video, I did tell you guys that in this video, I'm going to talk about my prediction, but also how to navigate or to really have a correct mindset in investing in Pokemon cards. If you guys already bought into a lot of Paldea Evolve for $100 or $120, and you're really scared that it will drop back down, I can tell you it will drop back down, but it will also come back up. Make sure you don't actually need that money that you have stored away in the Pokemon products. Um, don't be like someone that don't be like someone that doesn't actually have a bunch of money saved. Make sure, I think the word you guys should use is budgeting. So for example, I've been buying up a lot of 151 Japanese booster boxes, and those money I actually don't need in an emergency or anything. I just don't need to liquidate those products in order to fund my daily life, in order to fund my emergency life, in order to fund my emergency backup life. So those money is just something that I would spend anyway. For example, it is either would I rather buy a pair of Louis Vuitton shoes, or would I buy 2 cases of 151? I mean, I would buy the 2 cases of 151 instead of the shoes because to me, shoes, you wear it, it gets old, you throw it away kind of thing. But 151, you kind of store it away. But think of that after you spend that money is gone already. Like if you buy the Louis Vuitton shoes, yeah, the shoes, you're not going to resell those shoes if you've been wearing it on a daily basis, right? So that's the mindset in how you should spend your money in Pokemon cards. It is as if you've already spent it on any sort of clothing, luxurious products, and so on. And just don't overspend and don't think that you can easily liquidate it. And that is the thing. When a lot of people need money, they look towards their booster boxes and they just sell it. And sometimes they have to sell it at a loss or they have to sell it prematurely. For me, I usually hold on to the products for at least 3 to 5 years before even checking the price and thinking whether it is good idea to sell it. For example, um, I do have a lot of early Scarlet and Violet set. I don't care about the price. I didn't even look at the price. I bought a lot of V-Star Universe, a lot of VMAX Climax. I didn't even look at the price because I know that, yeah, it might have doubled or tripled, but it hasn't aged into a way that I'm ready to sell those products. And so yeah, I mean, constantly I'm checking Hidden Fates right now because I do believe that, Hidden Fates is eventually going to dry up. It's still going to be a very, very popular set, and we are actually seeing a lot more movement on these sets, especially the Sun and Moon sets. We're finally seeing sort of movement after the stagnation of the market. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I just want you guys to learn how to navigate this and just don't overspend in Pokemon investing. I know there are a lot of YouTubers, there's a lot of information that makes it seems like you need to buy something right now. Everything is going up. Buy something. It's definitely going to be a good investment. But do need to know that they're not easy to liquidate. And sometimes buying into that hype can actually cost you a lot of time and money. I mean, if you even break even, you're still going to waste a lot of time buying and selling these sort of stuff. And if just one product that you ship out, if you're not making a profit anyway, you're break evening. If one product you sell out have certain issue, lost in the mail, or a scummy buyer suggests that it is not as described, eBay or whatever will refund them, and you pretty much have to lose money. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave in a comment and let me know what you guys think. What are your prediction of the Pokemon card in the next 3 to 6 months? Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye bye.